Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Crits. I'm your host, Aaron Washington, here with Mike.
Woo!
And Nick.
Oh, yeah.
So we said it before, we were going to do this 2024 D&D review. We have done our best to avoid spoilers, I guess.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wish you actually would have told me sooner that we were going to do this.
Yeah. I mean, but you haven't read, like, everything, have you?
Oh, no, I just watched a couple videos, and then you told me, and I was like...
It's okay, though, because, like, I mean, I heard some stuff, too. But anyway, we're gonna go through it. So
Nice and fresh.
it's gonna be kind of reaction, but not really.
Yeah.
Because like it's hard because once you watch one D&D video, like every commercial you get on your YouTube is either the new D&D or politic commercial. That's all my commercials
they're
are
all,
now.
all politics.
That's all.
That's all I get now is those two. Okay, but we are going to. So first, let's just get this out there.
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast has been sucking a lot of D lately. They've been doing really greedy, terrible things.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just throw it out there. Let's just say it now so that way we don't have to bring it back.
Are you implying that they're corpo?
I mean, if Cyberpunk has taught me anything, corps do corpo
They
things.
sure do.
But, I mean, honestly, like, we know that's, like, the guys in charge, you know, Hasbro overhead, you know, the CEOs, the directors, and stuff like that.
Gotta make money.
Most of the guys who are actually writing this stuff don't get a say in how that kind of stuff goes down.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because they usually have, like, specific things they have to meet in criteria.
Right. And here's another thing. Let's just also acknowledge that why are we getting another edition? It's because Wizard of the Coast wants to sell us books.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the reason why we went from 3.5 to 4, from 4 to 5, because, you know, if they don't make anything new, then what's the point? Like, we won't buy anything.
Also, because I feel like, you know, we don't want to go back to play first edition.
No.
You know, we should be
Yeah,
glad that we've evolved.
Yeah.
a little bit,
So,
you know.
like, you know, it's
and play
Yeah.
second
Every-
and play second edition.
every system has done this. You know, even Pathfinder has a new edition now. So like everyone's doing it. It's
Oh, buddy.
so we're not even gonna, you know.
That's true. They're
go
on like
into that either.
they're on like 2.5 right now.
I don't
Yep.
know. I don't know.
Yep.
But I'm just saying it to say we all know this. So we're not gonna talk about the terrible decisions Wizard has been making lately. We're not gonna talk about any OGLBS. We're not gonna talk about any of the crazy crap people were talking about Beyond. We're literally just going to talk about what they're doing in the system and how we feel about it.
The best part of the game.
Right. Because in the
Yes.
end, that's what's important, right?
Absolutely.
And, like, I get it. If you make your decision that you're not going to support Wizards of the Coast anymore, that is 100% on you, and that is your choice. Because that also does send a message. You know, if less people buy, then they know. Like, when they tried to do the OGL, people quit
Yeah.
the Beyond, and it spoke loud, and they pulled back.
Very.
So it does show that when we uproar, you know, and think about this, we're not Activision Blizzard.
Oh.
Zing. Okay.
But Aaron, didn't they hire an Activision Blizzard?
Oh
to
my
the
god, they did.
board?
Yeah. But he was good. Like he got he got the no assault badge.
Oh, good.
I like how is that even on? How is that the bar? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
that's true.
hey, it's okay. He wasn't a creep.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Good.
good. Goody.
yeah.
Hooray.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna start with this.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So it's not the first time. So some of D&D's terminology has changed.
Yay.
So like it or hate it, the term race is now species.
Okay.
They literally are the same to me. I don't know.
No, it's yeah. I mean,
I looked it up on the thesaurus.
The
the
Thoris.
The thesaurus, and they're synonyms.
They're basically the
They're
same
they're
thing. Yeah.
synonyms.
Yeah, they're.
I mean, it's like I understand. Like some people are like, "Oh, it's too PC."
It's just species.
I go back to the comment he said. They're a company. They gotta whatever.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
All
I
right.
feel like the nomenclature just doesn't matter.
Right.
No.
Now, what does matter to some people is how the new species stuff works. So let's talk about the first and biggest change. There are no longer stat bonuses associated with the species. How do we feel about that?
I like that immediately. You both looked at me. I didn't
Well, I mean,
even
we
have,
felt like you were gonna
I didn't
say
even have to
something.
look back.
Yeah, how do we feel about
I
it?
did-
Because I'm gonna let you say your piece.
It, alone by itself, I don't like it because it takes away the uniqueness of each species. It's just my opinion. Elves
Right.
are more lithe. They have better decks. Dwarves are tougher. They should have better
Okay.
con. But I mean, it by itself, I'm not a fan. But I feel like maybe if we go through more of it and it all kind of clicks together, I might not care as much.
I mean, I feel like it fits. It can fit from a game perspective, but not from a simulation perspective.
Lore perspective
Yes.
is my
Okay.
opinion. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't care. Hold on. I felt like we all were waiting because I knew me and Nick feel exactly opposites on this.
yeah.
Because, like, I feel like to me, the numbers are arbitrary to the race or the species, whatever term you want to use. I honestly do. I think the math is arbitrary to what is. I think the real flavor of a race is in its features and what it does. I mean, we consider elves more graceful because most of the time when we draw from fantasy, we're pretty much thinking Tolkien.
Yeah, where the
Yeah.
elves are more.
Yeah, we are.
Very
we are.
much,
We are.
very
That
It
is really funny when we're talking about like D&D and stats because like 1 is only 5%. So an elf is really only 5% greater than a human.
Right, and I would argue, like, shouldn't that +2 really be in intelligence because they're so much longer? Like, I don't know, like, we could.
Well, I mean, they get that +1.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're talking about
I
Tolkien elves, aren't they all supposed to be like super beautiful? Shouldn't that be in like charisma?
Charisma, yeah.
Shouldn't it be
no.
+2
Well, they
in
also
charisma?
should be like immune to poisons.
Right,
Which is
you know.
why I'm not a fan initially by itself, but as we go through the
Right,
features,
right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
might change my mind.
Yeah, I just feel like, and let's be honest, most people are using Tasha's rules anyway, which some people don't like them. The +2 to one stat and the +1 to the other.
You know what? I didn't mind it as much once I got used
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like, people were screaming about it, but once we did it, and I feel like
Yeah.
there's not much
Actually,
difference.
When I think about it, I actually wish they just changed the caps on the races. Like maybe an elf could hypothetically have a higher dex, and so instead
Okay.
of 20, go to 22.
So for instance, like an orc, because they have the potential to have a better physical build,
Yeah.
they could be a 22 strength, where everyone else caps
I
at
feel
20.
like that just would have been a better
That'd be
way.
cool.
They got
Yeah.
rid of the stat
That'd be cool.
increases, and then just like we upped the stat maximums.
That makes sense.
Hey, I mean, like, here's the thing: the great thing about D&D is you can alter all of it. So
Yes, you can.
all right, so let's talk about some. So there's been some changes to the species. So ASMR. So they're
actually
now in the
they're-
core rulebook.
Yeah, there we go.
They're no longer a side race. They are right along. I mean, like, I think there's like a tiefling in every 5e game I run.
Yeah, it
I'm
feels
pretty
like
sure
that, don't
That's
it?
because well, I mean,
ASMR is literally now like the tiefling, right? It's kind of it's what
I
it
mean,
is.
they could have called them the Deva, I think, which was from 4th edition. Like, no, we can't call them ASMRs. They're
I like
Devas now.
I like the David. I like the David.
David's a cool
with the
name,
memories thing.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
So now, normally you would choose when you made it, like which form you took. The one with like the wings,
Scourge.
the scourge.
That's how it works
Or
in
Founder,
the 5th,
or
right?
whatever.
Now you choose when you transform. So when you use the ability, you have access to all three, and you
Yeah.
choose which one you change into.
That's pretty neat.
So now inner radiance. So now it deals radiant damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Oh my god. To creatures within 10 feet at the end of your turn. So now you have an aura damage of your proficiency to anyone that's within 10 feet of you.
I feel like
Like,
that's too.
how long? How
That's
long does it last?
powerful.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
does it have
Wait,
a
how long does it
duration on
last?
that?
Yeah.
Well, if it's the same length, that means it's for a minute.
So an encounter, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's still pretty neat.
Well, radiant equal to your proficiency bonus, so 2 damage, just like, wow.
yeah, lower levels. That's pretty cool.
So you incinerate the goblins after sitting there for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean assuming that the goblins are gonna stay.
Wheel me in front of the horde and give me a tower shield.
Like, I mean, assuming they'll stay in. I hope they don't stay in range. All right. So Dragonborn now have Fazban's abilities, which were an improvement on the base Dragonborn. So now that's static for them.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of like the options that you had to wait for Fazban's to come out, that's just base Dragonborn. Which, if you don't know, that adds all the dragons, including gym dragons.
Oh, okay.
That also adds the different damage types. but now you can breathe equal to the number of your proficiency. When at first, remember, you only had one breath per long
I
rest.
like that. That's actually good.
Yeah,
As he goes up
efficiency's
levels, he gets more breath.
And now
Makes sense.
you get to choose whether it's a line or a cone.
Ooh, that's fun.
I mean, it is fun.
It
but
makes sense.
But it misses the going back to lore again because a lot of
Yeah.
the dragons had cones or lines.
This is gonna be. It's.
specifically.
I've already feel like this is gonna be super like play. I mean, 5e is very player power, and I feel like this is just gonna keep in that same line.
Yeah.
I feel like everything we're gonna read. Let's see
I think that was one of their design
Mm-hmm.
decisions was to give players more
options and stuff.
ability to influence the game and not make it just a DM.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So now Dragonborn can spout spectral wings at level 5. Made out of the same energy as your breath weapon,
That's pretty cool.
and you get fly speed for 10 minutes, once per long rest. Yo,
That's pretty cool.
acid wings, wings of fire,
How did you know I was thinking acid?
wings of radiance. Okay, all right.
Black
Guess
dragons
I'll,
are
Interesting
my
they
favorite.
decided to go with the energy of the element and not just actual dragon wings.
yeah,
Yeah,
I feel,
that's cooler.
I feel like because I feel like they're gonna tone down creature races who can fly constantly.
Yeah,
I feel like we're gonna- Because I mean, how many people?
we need to like go over the fly spell and see how it stacks up.
Yeah. See,
I like the idea of giving the dragonborn wings because I mean,
Yeah.
come on, the dragons,
They're dragons.
the dragons.
All right, so it says now all dwarves receive dwarven toughness, the +1.
Oh, okay.
Their dark vision is now 120 feet,
Woo.
and they all and stone cunning has been updated.
Oh.
They now move 30 feet.
Wow.
You don't get the -5 anymore.
Okay.
I mean, it was annoying, but that's about it.
That was it.
I mean,
yeah.
you played more dwarves than me.
An extra 5 feet is fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never had anybody complain about it.
Oh, stone cunning now gives tremor sense as well.
Ooh.
I don't know. What's the range on that trimmer sense?
Tremor sense for 10 minutes on surface as a bonus action. A number of traits equal to proficiency bonus. They did not give a range. I hope that in the book
Like-
you'll probably have a range.
Yeah.
That's still
that
dope.
That might be too good. Like,
Oh.
I mean, if it's 10 feet,
It's already pretty spicy.
yeah, yeah.
but if it's like
10
30 feet,
Yeah.
The 30 feet's really powerful for Tremor Sense.
Oh,
yeah.
And there's a reason why Tremor Sense exists on higher tier creatures. the
I'm
way
not.
they
I'm
have.
not. I'm not too worried about
So,
the dwarf. That's pretty good.
Elves, let's see. Now keen senses was used to just give you perception. So now you can choose between insight, perception, or survival.
Okay. Wood elf.
Okay, let's see. High elves start with prestidigitation, but they can replace it with a cantrip from the wizard spell list after they complete a long rest. So it's kind of like what the astral elf does.
Yeah.
So they get like a free cantrip that they can just swap.
Wood elf
out.
gets druid. And let's see. Each elf variant is associated with a pair of spells at level 5. Each spell is always prepared. You can cast it once each day without using a spell slot.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I
Okay.
feel like this is like the Drow from the older editions when Drow used to have extra
Drow no
spells.
longer suffer from sunlight sensitivity. Ooh, that's a little weird.
All right.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
most people who
technically-
play Drow don't even.
We saw that.
I
saw
don't
that
even
coming
bother.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't
with-
even like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I forget about Drow having sensitivity to sunlight all the time as a DM. I don't think
That's true.
I don't.
But
I do. I do. 100% do.
But you know what? It's, I guess, when the grand scheme of things, it's pretty arbitrary.
I mean, like, I'm trying to think, man. Like,
well, I
I'm
mean,
not-
if we're
like, when I
going
played
to
a Drow-
if we're going to remove the dwarf speed handy, the limiter on the dwarf speed, then removing the sunlight sensitivity on the Drow is just a natural.
okay. So now Goliaths choose a giant ancestry,
Cool.
and that's gonna give them.
So the Goliaths are in the core book.
Yes.
Nice.
And they're gonna get a different ability depending on which one. I bet it's gonna be based off of the Giant Glory to Giants book,
Oh, I
like
bet.
like Gunlit had. I bet those
Yeah, okay.
features.
Yeah.
I bet those features are the
I'm
features.
trying to keep
Okay.
from making a joke because he said "Glory to the Giants." I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just saw the level
Yeah,
5
yeah.
I'm
At level
sorry.
5, as a bonus action, they can become large for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What is this?
That's that's
oh
rad.
my god.
I love it.
And then powerful build, which is like the same.
That's
Okay.
been a staple for Goliaths forever.
Let's see, halflings now receive brave, halfling nemesis, and luck, formerly called lucky, and naturally stealthy traits. Okay, so they can give us a
enough.
bunch of stuff. At this time in this article, I'm pretty sure they weren't done with everything.
And they can run
Yep.
30 feet.
Yep, They got rid of because they also 25.
Well, it turns out the dwarfs and halflings are natural sprinters over short distances.
There it is. That's why they did it. That's why they did it.
Yeah.
One of them read the line and was like, "This is it."
Instead of moving like this, halflings now just kind
I
of.
mean, a combat encounter's a minute, less than a minute.
Okay,
So I mean, it makes sense.
Now, resourceful, you get heroic inspiration. I have no idea what that is, but I do know that this new system uses inspiration way more.
Oh, okay.
Inspiration used to be like a reroll, I think, on the D20.
I think there's a way more features now in the game that uses it.
Okay.
Skill proficiency, we know that already, and then you gain an origin feat of your choice. So essentially, they were like, the human variant is just human now, because you know what? I don't know a lot of people who chose the +1 to all.
No. Not
Like,
to me, it didn't make much sense.
who
I don't
really
know.
chose the +1 to all?
Nobody
in the
did.
grand scheme of things.
For real.
Let's see.
Well, technically, the human variant was
is wrong
optional
with my
by
brain?
DM.
Full orc. Yeah. Oh yeah. Full orc is now included.
Cool.
It looks like let's see. They get adrenaline rush, which is
Nice.
literally powerful build. So powerful build is gone. Adrenaline rush is there. It replenishes at a short or long rest, and their dark vision. Let's see.
Okay.
So in the tieflings, they literally just added the different types of tieflings. That's all been added.
Okay, cool.
And they're all gonna get new spells, because I know now that all the classes that give spells, I think you got like one at like a cantrip at 1, then one at like 3, and then like
Something like that.
5
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. So I think races get more spells in general. No, that's all the same stuff. That's all the same
Look
stuff.
at the great artwork. There we go.
Oh, no, the
Actually,
art.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently, the artwork is pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so
I've only heard legend of this.
the new weapon mastery. Weapon mastery. I've heard about this, right? So there's proficiency and then there's mastery. So you can be proficient with a weapon, but your class may not have mastery over the weapon. And mastery adds abilities.
Not yet, Mike. We have to wait until we.
Are you ready?
Yes,
He's
I'm ready.
already.
Ready.
He's ready to tell you why.
Are we excited?
No,
Are you?
Yeah, he's excited. You'll see.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
All right. So weapon mastery. All right. Weapon mastery is a feature that some martial arts classes reflect their specialization in certain kinds of weapons. Yada yada yada. Barbarians, simple and martial, based on proficiencies. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care who has what. I want to know what they are. Properties. Show me the spice. Cleave. So Great Axe has cleave. Let's see. If you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can make a second attack against the creature within 5 feet that's also within your reach. When you hit with a second attack, you can roll the weapon's damage, but don't add your ability modifier unless it's negative.
So it's the Battle Master ability, roughly.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And what did they do with the Battle Master? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
oh boy.
crazy. That's in a weapon?
Oh boy.
That's in a weapon. Graze. If you miss a creature with a weapon, you deal your ability modifier you use to make the roll. This pairs well with abilities that allow you to make a lot of attacks, like fighters, extra attacks, Apollo Masters, or Sentinel Feet. You know what this is? This is straight out of BG3.
Yeah.
BG3's great swords have an effect where if you miss, they still take your modifier.
That's crazy.
I loved that for me.
Look, I'm an ability.
Nick's an ability. What do you do, Nick?
Does it say Nick on there?
Yeah.
It does say Nick.
It does say Nick.
Expertise
It's me.
in dagger. Let's see.
Ah, Nick, you only rated dagger. I'm sorry.
We should briefly cover. Okay, so it's so functions like property bonus action. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm power reading this. Okay, so now remember, having expertise in dagger allows you to do the extra attacking.
The offhand attack.
The
right?
offhand and extra attacking.
Okay.
That's that weapon ability. It functions the same way when you make an attack with a light property. Let's see. It also allows you to make an additional attack rolling 2 light weapons as part of initial attack. Wow. So you can. So if you're using 2 daggers, you can go cut, bonus action throw,
Nice. Actually, that's really cool.
and 1 attack because that's what Nick is. So with light weapons, you can make
That's probably to compensate for
the damage.
Lower
less
damage, yeah.
on the dagger.
Okay.
push.
Great club.
Great club. Let's see. The push property allows you to launch a creature you hit in 10 feet in a straight line away from you without a save.
Okay, I don't like that.
That is awesome.
Oh my god! I mean,
Things should have saves.
Oh no! Wait. Is there more?
let's see. Only combined with environmental hazard. Also great for skipping opportunity attacks. If you're a less tanky member of the party being harassed by an enemy, you can push them 10 feet away. And only create space. Keep in mind that you can only push enemies large or smaller. So no getting that extra attack to the ancient black dragon.
I don't know. I feel like
Hold
that.
on.
That
It
can
lets
be
you hit
abused.
because you normally can't just hit things off a cliff or into a thing. It's like, oh no, it doesn't do. Now we can combo. Oh yes.
That's rough. But here's the deal. Like you players are gonna get salty too because that orc chief with a great club.
That's always been the problem. Like in the older editions, we're talking about like cantrips that could be used to knock people 10 feet away. And it became a big deal because players were using 0-level spells to knock people in the chasms or pools of lava.
Oh my god!
Like
This is-
it was
NPCs
a
can
problem
do it too,
then. Like it's still going to be a problem now. That's
Oh,
why
man.
saves, saves are a big deal.
By the way, I don't know if you saw on the axe. I have to go back to the great axe real quick. The halberd gets the same thing, so you can reach and cleave.
that's spicy.
Because
That's
I
pretty
mean,
spicy.
technically, was it?
Like
Is it just like a hit? Like
you hit
Yeah.
and you push.
I feel like it would have been better suited to be like if you crit, you push. And
Okay.
If you have no save, then a crit would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But just
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
I hit.
Can you imagine?
Like
a
you are
group of
going
orcs
at
with clubs?
at the mid levels to the high levels. You are going to hit. Like that is not going to be an issue.
You just go up to the rogue and just start hitting it between two orcs with their clubs.
Yeah,
bouncing
it's like
them
what
around.
happens if you have 5 people
Being a
wielding
bully.
maces and they're just knocking them across the field?
Oh.
Like
Hold on.
okay.
Sap isn't the weapon.
No,
That's
no,
the
no.
ability for
The ability for the mace is sap. So when you hit an enemy with an attack, this mastery inflicts disadvantage on your target's next attack roll before the start of your next turn.
that's okay. That doesn't
Okay.
actually.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Slow
pretty good.
light crossbow. Okay, it reduces speed by 10 feet when you use this ability.
That's fair.
It is. These are once per round too. You can't
stack 'em.
you can't like extra attack and just push. Or
I mean,
something.
you only need once per round if you have 5 people
Dude,
wielding
you-
maces. Like,
Let's see, topple, which is a maul. When you hit a creature, you can force it to make a that's a Constitution saving throw.
yeah, why
Or fall
doesn't
prone.
everyone have a strength saving throw?
Because prone is more dangerous than just being pushed
I mean,
back.
granting advantage is far more dangerous than getting knocked off.
I
a
don't know,
cliff.
man. I'm a little
Like-
torn. I'm a little torn
Yeah.
about these. Like, they're cool, but gosh, I mean, you know what it does do though? It will make people think about bringing other weapons to the table.
Yeah.
Everyone
True
won't
enough.
be using like long swords or some. This will definitely. They're gonna be. I
Oh,
mean,
I'm already like
Yeah,
imagining
no,
the builds.
Well,
a
like-
Goliath with the
yeah,
great
yeah.
club.
I also
I
feel
feel-
like this is gonna.
I feel like it's going to exasperate like people literally finding the best weapon,
Yeah.
and then using that and choosing to not use.
Well, your
something
weapon
else.
has now become part of your build.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Your weapon mastery is now part of your build.
Part
It's
of your
like,
build.
you know what? This mace doesn't have a saving throw, so why am I going to use
Now-
this other thing over here that does have a
Now
saving
here's
throw?
my thing: how do you
Prone?
do you have to unlock this ability?
No, you're. If
Or
you
is
have,
it- or is it weapon
class. It's a
mastery?
class.
It's a
feature,
class
from what I
thing.
understand.
Classes
Okay.
have abilities with certain weapons. It's not every. For what I understand, is like so you can be like proficient with a mace. You can use a mace.
Yeah.
But you may not have the expertise allows you to use.
I mean,
the thing.
what
The
happens
mastery.
is everybody dips that one level fighter to get XP. No.
I mean, everyone does it. Everyone dips one level of fighter
Let's
anyway.
just get that expertise.
All right, so Vex. Let's see. When you hit a creature and deal damage, this massive property allows you to have advantage on the next attack roll before the save ends. Okay, so this is a short sword to help set up sneak attack. Actually, an excellent way for
Yeah.
way
Stab.
rogues.
Boom.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, weapon mastery is going to be kind of
Crazy.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that now there are species, right?
Yes.
So where are the stats coming from? And that is from backgrounds. But backgrounds also have these things called origin feats. So
I don't know, I think it makes perfect sense. It makes sense to have a stat bonus in your background and having a little extra. feat
yeah, so
from
the ability
something
score.
that you actually did during that.
Yeah, so in other words, you'll get ability score. Then you'll get your origin feat. a skill proficiency, a tool proficiency, and your equipment.
Okay.
And you'll get equipment.
Actually, my major concern, I don't know, Nick, if you remember in Pathfinder where there was an origin background.
Oh, yeah.
Orphan, I think was what it was. And
Yep.
it gave everybody a master-crafted weapon.
Yep.
And so everybody was like, oh, we're all orphans now.
Yay.
'Cause we all got our master-crafted weapon because we all want to be orphans.
I mean, but that feels like a table issue.
Ooh, I like the new one right there. What is that, guide?
Yeah, let's see. So they started with the base ones. They added a few more. Acolyte, Charlatan, Artisan, Criminal, Entrepreneur, Guard, Farmer, Guide, Hermit, Noble, Merchant, Sage, Sailor, Scribe, Wayfarer,
And the Thoja.
and a Soldier.
Gil.
Sailor Soldier. Okay. So those are the starting options, but I know that the book's also going to have a formula to make other backgrounds.
Oh, okay.
Like the
I feel
background
like
doesn't fit.
it's something that's relatively simple. I mean, you get a
Yeah.
stat bonus, you get some sort of power that kind of goes with it.
Yeah. So
and
then you
tool
get the
proficiency.
starting feats. So alert, crafter. Oh, there's new crafting rules. I can't find them, but they're new crafting rules.
Well, that actually depends. Like, are these the same feats that exist in 5th edition already? Like,
I'm looking. Some of them do, but like some of them look like they're
'cause
less.
that could make a big difference because some of those feats
healer.
are clearly better than others.
Lucky. Oh my God, Lucky's way.
Alert. Did you see alert?
Add your proficiency bonus when you roll initiative. You can also swap your initiative with a willing ally in the same combat.
So you can just plan a whole fight based on who you want to go first.
Yeah, alert's pretty. That's pretty
That's
spicy.
pretty crazy right there. So if
Let's
I have a
see.
high alert,
Healer, use gets the
I can
kit.
get that
Seen,
fighter to go in and hit him with that great club.
I think the alien
Yeah.
the alien RPG does that. I think
After
where you can
finishing
swap
one rest, you
initiatives.
can look points
Yeah.
of proficiency bonus. So insert yourself, you can also spend one. Okay, so Lucky the Lucky feat is different. For a minute, I was like, "What is this? Luck equal to proficiency?" No. After finishing a long rest, you have luck points equal to your proficiency bonus. You can expend when you you can expend one when you roll a d20 to give yourself advantage, or you can expend one to impose disadvantage. I like that better than just rolling it all over.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like that better.
I
I
mean-
hate Lucky. God, I hate Lucky. Because
Well,
like,
the reason why I
have
believe
like 3
it
players that
existed as
always take
a
Lucky.
as a reroll versus the advantage disadvantages because the advantage disadvantages do not stack. And so for a balancing issue, by applying more things that have advantage, then
It's a
you're
little
not
more
going to
fair.
be able to stack all these different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just Lucky sucks.
Healer. How's that looking?
It's just almost pretty much the same.
Is it the same? Okay,
Yeah, it's
because I
pretty much
like
the
the
same.
original one.
Yeah, it's pretty much the
good.
same, and I like that. That's a good starter feat
Yeah.
for a person. Magic initiates.
I would actually like to see them actually use a bunch of feats that nobody takes and apply them to the origins.
Musician.
Okay.
That's a starter feat. You gain a proficiency with 3 instruments of your choice. And you can now grant heroic inspiration to an ally equal to your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
I like it.
That's
I
kind of
like
cool.
it.
Savage attacker. Roll the damage. Use either one. That's close.
That's exactly
skilled.
pretty much, I think.
Tavern
what
brawler
it
is
was
pretty much the same. Tough is pretty much the same.
Okay.
Okay, so those are
for. So everybody's going to take the background that gives them tough.
those are well
No.
those are okay. So that's actually not so bad. That's
Yeah.
not so bad.
Yeah.
That's not so bad. Okay, that's
I mean, I like some of those actually on the list more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to like the healer feat, the healer one I think is really nice. The,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the musician one I think was really nice.
I really want to see more of the like. I could definitely see people wanting to like. Oh, I made this backstory. I probably would do it like, all right, you give me your backstory,
And then
then
assign
I will make you a background.
Well, that'd be easier because I feel like a lot of times going back to the savage attacker or toughness, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of players are going to gravitate towards that versus the musician one, just naturally.
Yeah,
And so we're going to end up
that's
with
just more like flavorful though. Like,
You know.
so like I remember listening to a thing. It was one of the commercials, and they wanted to make like enough options for people to make different flavors of character, and I feel like that does do it. Like, because I know I've done this. I've made a character, and I want them to be proficient with music, but I don't want to take the entertainer background. I hate because it doesn't fit the character.
Yeah.
Now I could just make a background that fits my character and take that musician.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I like the flavorful feats. That's kind of what I was going at.
Yeah.
Over, we'll say, like the ones that are just you get 2 extra hit points.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
savage attack.
Yeah,
You can
yeah, yeah.
reroll your damage dice. I'd much prefer extra weapon proficiencies, or maybe you get weapon expertise in case you don't
Yeah.
want to be a fighter.
Yeah.
Now you can get that fighter bonus
Yeah.
by taking a background like guard or something.
Yeah. So there are changes to spells. There have been spells that have been adjusted. I don't know all of them. I do know that the book is supposed to have more spells. Spells that were in Tasha's, spells that were in Xanathar's are going to be in probably the base spells.
Okay.
And some have been altered.
All right.
Some of them needed to be altered.
Cure Wounds, now base is 2d8.
Oh wow.
Healing Word base is now 2d4.
I think people
Wow.
got flustered from rolling ones on their heal checks.
Bro, it hurts your heart, though. It hurts your heart when you Cure Wounds for 1
Man,
plus...
That's so much healing at level 1 though.
Why?
That is so much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Many spells have received a new element of functionality. Prayer of Healing, which takes 10 minutes to cast, now grants benefits of a short rest for up to 5 creatures, restoring 2d8 hit points.
Whoa.
Hold on, to get the full benefits of a short
The
rest?
full benefits of a short rest.
That's prayer of
That
healing.
is
I don't
crazy.
know.
Clerics
I don't
for
know about
wins.
that.
Clerics with monks and warlocks.
We're talking about warlock. Oh wait, I can do my
Okay.
spells. I don't need to rest anymore.
Oh man, I'm already ready to make a cleric.
Let's see. Cloud of Daggers has been given some boosts after his diminishing returns. So has Chromatic Orb has been
Cloud of
updated.
Dagger's been given a boost.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the boost?
It doesn't
Yeah.
say. It's
Yeah.
just been boosted.
Oh,
I
buddy.
don't. Did it need a boost?
Cloud of Daggers? I don't know. Like it's a spell that gets picked over other things a lot.
I don't know if you remember my niece who was like, I do a 9th level Cloud of Daggers.
Well,
and
yeah.
then the other character was like, I push them into the Cloud of Daggers.
Well, I
now
mean-
it's going to be like, I got my mace, I knock them into that 9th level Cloud of Daggers.
Well, I mean,
There's no save.
That's us.
Take-
That's us taking
Like-
advantage. I mean,
Yeah.
you're thinking about like us as a well-oiled machine
Is that
fighting
it?
creatures. Oh no. Now it's gonna be I play Cloud of Daggers. We all stand 10 feet away and bat him
Yeah,
through.
we all got
Battle
our
through
mates.
it all the time.
Everyone switch the
Knocking them
clubs.
back
Just a
and forth
meat grinder.
into the Cloud of Daggers. Like, this is a nightmare scenario.
Oh no, no, this is great.
Oh
This is
man.
gonna.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
jeez.
A number of spells were. Let's see. Blade Ward was
That needed a boost. That
That
needed a
did.
boost.
Blade Ward, understandably a underused cantrip, only lasted a turn. Now
you have to spend a
it
turn
still
to do
takes
it.
an action. It's a cantrip that lasts a full minute with concentration,
Yeah, that's
and it
good. I
forces
like
all enemies attacking you to subtract 1d4 from their attack rolls.
That's pretty cool. Okay, I like that. I would use that. Yeah.
I almost wish they just made it a flat DR over the D4, just to make it easier. But
Yeah, I mean, but it's a d4 against an attack roll. That's still.
Yeah, it's subtracted from the attack.
I mean, I can see
well,
myself.
no, it's just like if I'm rolling 72 D, whatever, like 8d6 on my attack. Now I have to roll a D4. Now I want to re-roll.
No,
damage.
No,
no,
it's
no,
two
no,
attack.
No, it's 2 attack, not
Oh, two
damage.
attack.
Two
Well,
attack.
okay, I have advantage. I have disadvantage. The other guy's got lucky. And then I have
It's
Bless,
like
which
Bane,
gives
though.
me a D4. The other guy who's baning me, which subtracts the D4. Now I have Blade Ward. which
Mike, I
adds
feel
a
like you're
D4.
finding the most like crazy scenarios.
No.
That's what's
No,
going to happen.
These
though.
are things that are going to happen at the table. Like, because numbers are going to stack. Players are going to stack numbers. They're going to stack dice.
let's
It's just
see.
a natural thing.
Let's see. Emanation effect of area is now joining things like cone, line, and spear.
Okay.
It extends in a straight line in all directions from a creature or effect. Okay, this is how they're now defining auras.
Emanations, which it was a much needed thing, I think.
This is how they're defining auras. And they
That's
use
fair.
Thunderclap and Spirit Guardians.
Because I believe underneath the official rules, you weren't affected by your own aura because it always was 5 feet around you. and
Yeah,
then
so now
came
it's like
out,
from
so now
you
it
in
actually
all
comes,
directions.
Yeah.
You as a center point, which is, I think, a good word.
I mean, it needed, and it probably needed to be done for just logistical sake. Okay, and now it's just like, and more spells. So, spells.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going
Here
to
we go.
classes.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Let me take a hit of coffee for this.
Yeah.
All right, so you want me to tell you
We're
about these
starting
dice
off with
stacking.
my bread and butter,
Oh,
baby.
No, like here's the thing, like, so I will say this with a grain, you got to take my reactions with a grain of salt, because a lot of times we can math a lot, but like I need to roll it, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I need to see it happen at the table first.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
before
yeah,
get
it'd be
a full
nice to see
picture.
at the table. I just, from the games that I've run, like even with 5th edition, when we got to the higher levels and more dice came into play, it just added an extra level of complexity. Which is why the lower level games
Nick,
were,
calm down.
I'm so sorry.
more smooth.
Calm down, bro.
I'm hyped.
I'm getting there. Jesus Christ. Like this guy. Like,
Oh, my
Doug
goodness.
really wants to look at this fighter upside. I can finally read it. I can finally look at the screen. I can read it now.
No,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
jeez. Okay. So what's new about Fighter? A crap ton. So let's start with fighting styles.
Yes.
At level 1, you choose the fighting style feature. Every time you gain a level, you can swap it out.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. Second Wind starts at 2 uses. Each time you short rest, you get 1 back.
I'm surprised they didn't do it based on proficiency.
But hold on. Now you get a thing called Tactical Mind and Tactical Shift. Will also be a resource you can use, which I'm pretty sure they're going to explain later.
I wonder if that replaces
me-
Battle Master.
Okay,
They
okay.
still
No,
have
it's literally right below. Weapon Mastery, which of course...
What level is that? 3?
No, we're all at level
Oh, we're only at level. Alright, I'm going home. See you if it's or see you 5.5. I'm getting out of here.
Fighters! buddy. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, Tactical Mind.
What I
Tactical
mentioned
Mind.
about taking that one dip of fighter.
Tactical Mind. When you fail an ability check, you can use a second win to gain 1d10 to the roll.
Oh.
So when you fail an ability
Okay.
check,
So, like, if you're a save,
technically, yeah.
Yeah, if you fail a save-
If saves are still labeled as
Yes.
ability checks, then
so
yes.
you fail that fireball roll. All right, I'm gonna spend a second win, add a d10. I like that a lot.
I don't like that as a level 1 ability.
It's 2.
It's level 2, Mike.
Okay.
Now it's better.
Oh, it's twice as better because it's double first level. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, what was the thing right below it I want to see?
No, it's literally
Oh.
down to the picture.
Oh,
Calm down,
sorry.
Nick. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You get one more.
Nick got distracted by the picture. Look at that picture.
I know.
Actually, the
it's
art,
really
the
cool.
art's
Look at
actually
that
really.
picture right there. You
I
can't
love it.
see it, but
The art is really good.
So good.
Okay, all right. So let's see. We have Battle Master,
Yes.
which is the superiority dice. Champion, which we already know. Eldritch Knight, and Psy Warrior are the basic fighter things they're adding to it.
Oh, wow,
Psy
they-
Warrior was an
They
interesting
went with
choice.
Psy Warrior. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I feel like it's a popular choice. A lot
So,
of people do like this. Like,
At level 5, Tactical Shift. All right. Like, I love how they're reading it. Like, if your caster buddy is... No, I don't care about that.
you don't care about your caster buddy.
Well, no. I just need the effect.
What is your caster buddy? I mean, what do you do
Okay,
to you, Aaron?
use your second win as a bonus action with Tactical Shift. Using your second win allows you to move up to half of your speed as a part of a bonus action, and you don't provoke opportunity attacks.
All right, so
It's the 5-foot step, but a little better.
5. That's at 5.
I understand that. I actually like the ability. I'm actually just trying to picture second win has now just become a resource. So
It is.
If hypothetically, if I took
I would
Battle
use it more-
Master, I would have second wind and my Battle Master pool as resources. And if I opted for Eldritch Knight, then I would have spells as resources.
Fighters are... I mean, here's the thing. Let's be honest. If people who don't know, if you're a person and you're stuck on spells, let me tell you that a well-honed fighter is gonna put you down because fighters are strong. I love magic. Let me tell you something, bro. A fighter,
can do it.
they've always been strong.
They've
but
always
this,
been strong.
This is gonna be.
This is going to be awesome.
You know what? I want you to know, I feel just as aggravated by a level 20 fighter, maybe more than a wizard.
More so because of the action surge.
And
Oh,
HP, and their... You know what? We
Well,
both know.
they get magical weapons, which augment their damage.
Yeah.
Was Action Surge up there?
I didn't see it.
I didn't.
I didn't
But
see
they
Action
might have
Surge.
decided to get rid of it due to balance issues.
Facts.
Maybe the champion gets Action Surge.
Oh my god, maybe only like one of them. Actually, that'd be kind of cool if Champion got the Action Surge.
Yeah.
We won't know yet. So, Indomitable. Let's see.
Reroll save.
Yep. Okay. That's Tactical Master. Let's see. Whenever you attack with a weapon as part of your weapon master feature, you can swap out the mastery property for push, sap, or slow.
What?
So what were we talking about? Wanting to bring different weapons. So you
Hey,
still kind of
that's
bring
level 9 in fighter.
That's
You
level
put
9.
9 levels
That's
into
level
it.
9.
So
You put 9 levels into it, though.
Yeah.
So actually, that's technically the maximum level of fighter. Most people just play to like level 10 anyway. So you're really just you're capped out. You're swapping out expertise.
Okay, studied attacks.
Interesting.
If you make an attack against a creature and miss, you get advantage on the next weapon attack against the same creature until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know.
That's
might
studied
not-
attacks.
That might not actually be that powerful. Going back to we're talking about like advantages, not stacking.
And then they give there's going to be epic boons are now happening at 19 and 20. By the way,
Oh.
so there's a bunch of different epic boons, but they gave a suggestion, and it was boon of combat prowess. Increases the stat, makes your max 30. Whenever you miss on an attack roll, you can hit instead once per long rest. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so how do we
Hold on,
feel?
Are you actually going to miss an attack at level 20?
Yeah, because if I'm your DM, damn right you will.
You're
right, you
going
will.
to actually miss.
If I'm running, I'm not gonna make it, bro.
Hey,
Bro,
I'm just saying, when I give these monsters these classes,
you
you
it's
gotta
gonna
do
be-
that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we haven't seen the Monster Man yet, but you know, like the Baylor.
Oh, by the way, I've heard like there's like like almost double. It's like double the size of it was.
Woo.
Monster Manual has been doubled, so that's nice.
Well, that's good. That means they consolidate
Okay,
some of
so
the books.
Mike, what are your thoughts on Fighter?
I mean, we have the second wind, and now it does even more than it did before.
But I didn't see Action Surge.
Which I'm technically glad they got rid of Action Surge. Going back to a balance issues again, like Action Surge is problematic.
It is.
Because
Because people take 2 levels of anything to just have Action Surge.
well, I mean, they're still going to take the first level fighter to get weapon expertise and whatever given weapon.
But it's not Action Surge.
No, it's not.
No.
Thank goodness, because Action Surge is ridiculous. I still feel like they're front loaded. Some of those later abilities I don't think are as powerful as some of the earlier
It's
abilities.
spicy, bro. This
I
is
mean,
spicy,
all right,
bro.
I got advantage on this guy, and it's like a 9th level ability. Like, there's so many ways to actually grant advantage.
Yeah, but you know what though? That's I'm actually not surprised because right now 5e is very front loaded, which is why people multi-class
Yeah.
and do 3 or 4 levels.
I mean, it's always been a problem with D&D. Characters have always been sort of front-loaded. And it's why I kind of made that comment earlier about level 10 is when people stop playing the game. Because, they got most of the stuff they actually want. It's when the combat is the most exciting because monsters are the hardest to hit. And they have the least amount of
yeah,
abilities.
I
that
think
they
I think
can
like
track.
I think like it as a DM, once like people are like, I want to say around like 15, it becomes like I now have to work to challenge.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
as a DM, some of the encounters have to be so ridiculous to challenge the party.
But I'm willing to do that for you guys.
Yeah.
Nick.
I feel like the tactical options are fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like fighter has become now more of a thinking class, and that you're going to have to really spend those resources to try to affect the battlefield.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of exciting to me.
Yeah.
Um,
I hope
also-
I hope
Still,
that,
actually just wish they
I hope
made
that,
the second win based off of a proficiency bonus, so it actually went up as you
Level,
more of
yeah.
it as you went up levels.
And they might still do that. These are just brief looks.
2
You know.
is like,
I don't know, man. That can make a huge difference, though. Jesus.
but then again, like I said, it is powerful. Adding a D10 to whatever an ability check is a very powerful thing at any level.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think it's powerful as crap. Like fighter was already to me a good class.
Yeah.
And I think this nothing but just makes it better. I do agree. I know there are going to be power gaming munchkins that are going to be absolutely butthurt about
Action surge.
Action Surge. But you know what? Because we're gonna have this conversation one more time. So I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this. Players, I get that you like power. I also like power as a player. But let me tell you what it looks like on the other screen.
Yeah.
Because when we as a DM, and if you're also a player who's complaining about this, you think about yourself as a DM. Think about how many times you looked at your party and you thought about, oh, this dude's going to action surge with his flame tongue and hit like 8 times. So I have to give this creature an extra 120 HP. Do you know what that means? It's not balanced.
Fair. Fair.
All right, moving on.
There it is.
I'm
There it
right
is.
though? Am I wrong? You
No,
correct
no,
me.
no.
There it
no.
is.
I mean, you're gonna stop at only 120. I mean, you need like 400.
At that point,
HP,
I'm not even
like-
going to look at hit
Okay,
points.
Paladin. There's some controversy here. We're gonna get into
Oh,
it.
buddy, I've
We're gonna
heard.
get into it.
I mean, if they tweaked it, then I don't know. Yes.
Can we go back to that
Oh.
art? God, the art is really nice.
Let's have a
rad as
moment
shit,
of
yeah.
reflection to look at the arts. There
Oh,
we
yeah.
go.
Look
There
at
we go. I mean, I know you
Is that
can't
a
see it
heifer?
on. You guys can't see it over there.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
mean,
Yeah.
super interpose a picture, right?
Sorry, that art is so
I may do it. I may do it. I may
You can
go
see
back
what we're
and
actually looking
Davita
at.
Studios
Yeah.
may help me out, so that way you guys can see some
Well,
of this art.
he is amazing.
He does.
He
He
is
does. He
very
does. He
amazing.
does good work. Boy, I couldn't do it. Okay. Let's go,
Spells level 1. I heard it.
Mike.
I hit the table.
Mike, the table.
Hit
Sorry,
yourself.
natural reaction.
Hit yourself.
Ah.
Hit
Got
yourself.
headphones
bro.
on, Christ.
We had that whole discussion too. It's
I'm-
just a natural reaction. Just,
Okay. All right.
I apologize to the
Formally-
person behind it.
Formerly, Lay on Hands was an action to use. Now it's a bonus action. Thank
Oh,
God.
That's perfect.
Lay on Hands should have never been a full action
I agree.
to me.
I agree.
I hated it so
I mean,
much.
it was a full action to heal others. It was a bonus action to heal yourself.
No, it wasn't.
That was 3-5.
No, that was us. We made that ruling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We made that ruling. That was us, Mike.
I feel like that was always in there.
No, we did that.
I'm pretty sure it was like that for Pathfinder and 3rd edition.
We
Maybe,
did that. We did that.
But not in 5e, but now it is, and that's, to me, is cool.
Okay. And Lay on Hands can now be used on Constructs and Undead.
Huh.
I mean, that's just because people are going to be playing Constructs and Undead.
That's fair.
That's all that is.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's part of the whole thing when they started to remove healing to damage the undead.
Yep, spell casting at level 1. We already knew that.
Yeah.
It's also going to get weapon mastery, longsword. Level 2, it's going to get a fighting style.
Which it always did.
Level 2, it also gets smite.
Yeah, buddy.
So I know Smite got changed from what I heard.
All right. So previous editions, Divine Smite works a bit differently. Divine Smite is now a spell that is permanently prepared. I'm going to finish.
Uh-huh.
So it works almost like 2014 Smite with the key differences. First, now it can be used with unarmed strikes. That should have always been a thing.
I don't know why that's even.
That should have always been a thing.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm
No,
pretty sure
it's-
everybody ran it that way anyway.
No, well, some people didn't, dude. I tried to do an unarmed paladin
Really?
before, and they're like, "Oh, it's got to be a weapon."
I
guess
could
I'll
understand
buy
maybe
it.
people did question like bows. You can smite with bows.
Which is second, it now requires a bonus action to use, which you can take immediately after you hit a creature with an attack roll.
Fair.
Okay. If you are mad about Smite now being once a turn, go back, I don't know how many seconds, to the same rant I just had, but now say, I'm going to add an extra 200 HP because it's a paladin.
Fair. Fair.
Paladin smites were broken.
Absolutely.
Does anyone disagree with that?
I do not disagree. I wholeheartedly agree.
No, of course I don't disagree with that.
Wholeheartedly
They
agree.
never had that whole talk about action surges.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if Action Surge was busted, I don't know, like,
Action surge. Smite.
dude,
smite,
Paladins.
I mean, I actually like the fact that they made it a spell, and this is a very important, I think, because they have other smites that are spells. And the biggest thing I had with paladins being problematic was the fact they had spells that were smites that added damage, and then they had actual smites that added damage.
You could stack them.
And now you can't
yes.
stack them.
And
Now
so
you
there was
can't
this
do it.
double dipping. So, I do my 5th level Searing Smite, which does 5d8.
And then I'll
I
pop
do
a
my
Divine
regular
Smite.
Smite for 5d8.
Yes.
And the monster, whatever they're fighting, just kind of
Just,
explodes.
Yeah,
it's a nuke.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
I'm like I said,
swingable nuke.
understand like number crunching munchkins will not like this, but
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
It's
I
so
I
much
felt
more
like it
balanced.
needed to actually.
Yeah,
be
I
done.
know there's some people online. This is one of the things I heard before, and I know the person online kind of complained about it, like, "Oh, you took the power away," and I'm like, "Thank God."
I
Dude.
actually,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I did. Maybe it's further down,
Is that one of
but
those?
other editions had
Brother.
other multiple uses for smites, and that's actually what I would actually personally like to see. Smites that
Or, like-
you can add a D8 to a person's armor class, or add 2.
That was like it was like channel positive energy. Yeah.
Something like that to add more flavor to
Okay.
the smite instead of just I attack.
So this book is going to give us devotion, right? Glory is now a base.
Hey.
Ancients and vengeance.
Okay.
Okay. Faithful steed.
Yes.
Pal is now a faithful steed, so the find is always prepared. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Mount had an upgrade too, so now the find steed spell has also been upgraded as well.
Nice.
So
As it should.
I know some people are like, "Oh, now I get a horse," but I think that's cool. I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, if they could have always get a horse if they had the spell. Now it just says it's always prepared.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that's was this Abjure?
Abjure foes. Yeah.
Abjure foes. Okay, you can spend a channel divinity to mark a number of targets equal to your charisma modifier, forcing them to take a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they are frightened by you.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
just holy no. Let's see. Restoring touch as an alternative to using lay on hands. You can now use it to remove one condition.
Yeah, this is.
That's
I heard about this in advance, and it kind of goes back into my weapon mastery rant, which I didn't actually rant on, but we've seen that in other games, and so it was like in Pathfinder you could use lay on hands to remove conditions, and so it's just more.
Yeah, I mean, like, because like
something
the old lay on hands only did what, poison and disease, or only poison.
I think it was poison, blindness, like all
No,
the
no. I mean,
low-level ones.
I mean, like for us now.
Yeah, I think it was poison.
5e
and
now
disease.
is
I
poison,
think it's
only
it was
poison and disease.
Yeah, poison and disease.
So I mean,
yeah.
technically, it is a natural progression, but it isn't necessarily anything new.
All right, I was thinking lesser restoration.
Okay.
Um,
And that's not including anything they've done to the actual subclasses, right? Because I don't have
Yeah.
subclass information. Okay, so Nick,
Yes.
Paladin.
I thought it was pretty cool. I like the fact that they thankfully balanced out smiting. That's my favorite part. But I also feel like they're still getting plenty of options, again, for tactical play.
Yeah, I mean, because they're still going to get the weapon master stuff too.
Yep.
That's something every
And
class
I
is
like
gonna
the Abjure, the foe. That's pretty cool. So I think the changes right now are pretty cool on it, and
I'm actually-
I like the subclasses.
I'm
they
actually
chose.
worried about I'm actually really wondering what they're going to do to help casters now keep up with these melee abilities.
the spells
And I
are going
do
to be
like-
more awesome. No,
Like, my favorite thing
I
is
don't know, man. I feel like
don't really-
spellcasters may drop behind. I don't know. This is
Well, the
crazy.
spellcasters were already hypothetically dropping behind in terms of like damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
to
but you
the
have the
martial
option of spell. Like spells are.
Utility,
Spells have a wider array, yeah.
Spells do provide utility, but if we're just looking at somebody that made like a damaged spellcaster versus a fighter in 5th edition, the
Yeah.
fighter, because of action surge, was straight up just murder.
I also do like that they're getting spells at level 1, and I do like that they finally got Find Steed, because Find Steed is like
I find
to
it
me
strange
a staple for paladins.
that they're like can prepare for you get Find Steed prepared. Like, why didn't just like you get a horse instead of like.
Isn't that what it used to be a long, long time ago?
Yeah, like you just get a horse, not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you have the spell. Instead of they could have just been like,
Everything is like in
you get them out.
Yeah, everything's like in spell now. You get this
Mm.
spell, and you
Yeah.
get this spell, and
I'm sure it has to do with balancing the factors, but I just find it awkward. Well, for Find Steed,
So-
I think it works good for Smite.
so the question is, I'm gonna wait. So does that mean if Divine Smite is a spell you always have prepared,
Uh-huh.
does that mean I can counter spell smites now?
Oh my god.
You
I
thought
mean,
about that?
Oh my
technically,
god.
you could have always countered spell any of the other smites, like
Yeah.
Searing Smite.
But,
Thunder
but
Smite.
now
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
making your regular smite a spell.
Could I counterspell smite?
I
Yeah.
would have to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a good point to be made. Right
I mean,
there.
like, oh, you're about to smite this wizard. No.
Counterspell. Now it just really hurts as opposed to kills me. Ugh.
I don't know. That's we'll have to see how
I
that.
don't know. If they didn't
Dude.
change counterspell, this would probably be
just
problematic.
imagine-
Going back to the
Hold
hammer.
on.
I can see the
Like-
saltiest
A
paladins now.
blade mage counterspelling with a sword, a smite. Oh my god, that would just look rad.
I mean, like flavor wise, that'd be kind of dope. Like you clash, and he's just like counterspell. It grazes as it slides down. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay.
No, that's when he counterspells the find steed. No. Yeah. Why did you make that a counter? No horse for you.
I would hope you already have it.
That would be so dirty.
It would be, but I'm like, it's a spell. Like, why is it a spell?
That sounds so dirty, bro. Like, why would you even do that? Okay. So, barbarian. All right. So now we're at the barbarian.
Dispel the horse.
Oh,
It's
just
charging
spell,
at you.
dispel your find
Nick,
steed.
the table.
I'm sorry. Damn it. It's
Oh
me now.
my God.
I'm glad I'm not the only
Oh
one
my
doing
God.
this
I'm just
terrible
gonna do
thing.
this. I'm gonna do this the whole game.
Oh my God! I'm gonna put you guys in kindergarten. Hey, sit on your fracking hands.
Oh my god. That's so
All right,
bad.
guys.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
Aaron.
Cross
All
my arms
right.
and pout.
How am I
No.
supposed to drink my coffee, Aaron, if I'm sitting on my hands?
I think what's worse is I've been hitting my leg the whole time, but for that one time I brought my hands way up.
You see, it's really natural, right, Nick? You're just like, you're talking and you're just like, man, you know.
Oh jeez.
Okay, so rage.
Yes.
Okay, so now, let's see. Now, when you're so raging as it is now, if you don't hit anyone and you're not hit by an enemy, your rage ends.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
how it
current
actually
rules.
supposed to
That's
work.
current
Yeah.
rules.
Oh yeah, I guess I never thought about it because I just
Well, 90% of
reckless
it-
attack
yeah.
and hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but in certain situations, that is an issue. I've had it happen.
Well, only when we had that 5-hour combat, which lasted like 30 rounds with the 2 elemental druids and their 72 monk buddies.
Well, I had another thing. and
That
it was
might
like,
have been the only time.
And then, like, you know, there's people like, we're in this one battle. Now we have to, your barbarian needs to run to this other platformer thing, and it's going to take a turn to get there. So now, though, you can spend your bonus action to maintain your rage.
That's cool. Okay.
So
That's cool.
if you are attacked or hit, also it's extended if you're hit with, you have to make a saving throw. So if you have to make a saving throw, it counts as you being attacked.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
know.
Okay.
I actually just wish they just got rid of that whole thing whatsoever and said your rage lasted 1 minute.
Facts.
Fair enough.
Like, it just would have been easier to be like, look, yo, as long as the combat's going, you're raging.
Yeah.
You also gain 1 Reese of rage when you finish a short rest.
That's probably
That's
pretty
cool.
good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so weapon mastery once again. The 2 that I see is great axe and hand axe. So danger sense. Let's see. Danger sense has given a buff. Previously, you had to be able to hear or see. Don't get the advantage. So now it works when you're blind or deafened.
Wow.
Danger sense for barbarians.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So once again, God dang, okay, that's
Yeah.
all right. We're not gonna stop that. Okay, so now the static classes are Berserker,
Okay.
right? Path of the Wild Heart, which was what Totem Warrior was.
Oh, okay.
I wish. I mean, I don't know if it says much about the Berserker, but I think Berserker needed an upgrade.
Yeah, I know they've changed some Berserkers. Let's see. Now instead of getting an extra bonus attack on Frenzy, now you get extra damage when you're using Reckless Attack with your Rage.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually better.
I like
better.
that.
You also don't gain levels of exhaustion when using that ability.
Oh, that's 1,000 times better.
That's cool.
That was
Yeah.
the worst. Like, you use a bonus action to get
Ooh.
an extra attack.
So now, for the DC, the DC for being frightened, when you frighten someone, is going to be based on your strength instead of your charisma,
Nice.
which makes sense for a barbarian.
Nice.
So now Wild Heart is now Totem Warrior.
I'd actually like to see what happens to the bear totem.
3 your campaign. Okay, so now you can switch out the totems.
That's a pretty
That's
good
cool, that's
addition.
fair.
Yeah, I like that.
That's more enticing.
Yeah. So now it's Path of the World Tree.
Sounds dope.
So yeah, freaking the power of Yggdrasil. I love
Hold on,
this.
can I actually make a squirrel? A Radiscar? I think what it was.
Yeah.
was.
The little, yeah. With the subclass, you can now
Hey, give me a barbarian.
You
You
can
got
now
Path of the World Tree.
dish
Come on
out
now.
temporary hit points, shift enemies around the battlefield, increase your reach. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
boy. Like the branches.
Teleport around with your World Tree. All right, and then
Okay.
Zealot.
Yes.
All right. So, primal knowledge. So, let's see. While your rage is active or using the ability, you can use strength to do acrobatics, intimidation, perception, stealth.
Hold on. You're using your strength to perceive things.
Sir,
You're seeing better.
that perception is
You're
stealth.
stealthing better because you're strong.
Hey, it's like that guy, the
It's like
guy
Crump.
who was raging and
Yeah,
hit
yeah.
the door.
Dude,
And
great.
It's-
Wizard just made it act.
It's just Crunk. You're so
He
swole,
saw
they
the
don't wanna
future.
look
My
at you.
player saw the future, and he's like, he knew he was going to be added
Flex
into
your
D&D.
eyeballs.
acrobatics, I like you're just muscling through something that should be
I mean,
nimble.
technically, it
Yeah.
does make sense.
I like
for acrobatics.
intimidation.
Intimidation makes perfect sense.
But
Perception is
Like I
really
said, you
funny.
Flex
Like,
your
stealth.
eyeballs.
survival.
all my players are just going to scream, and they're as they're raging, and they're going to somehow see better.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
It's
I mean,
totally
I like some of it, but that's a little weird. Okay.
Or
knock
hey,
off a
remember,
couple of those
hey
other
Nick, you
ones.
remember that movie? Was it Red Sonja when Arnold came out of stealth screaming as a barbarian, and everybody was like, "Where in the world did he come from?"
Yeah,
That's it.
That's what it is. Yeah.
With a twisted T in his hand. Okay. Yeah, remember that meme? Okay. All right. So instinctive
It has potion.
counts. You gain this ability. You can now move up to half your speed as part of a bonus action when you enter a rage. Okay, so it lets you close the distance when you rage.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. Okay. Brutal Strike. So you can forego the advantage from Reckless Attack to get Brutal Strike. So, Brutal Strike will always do an extra D10 of damage. Or you can do Forceful Blow, send a target 15 feet away from you.
But Aaron, that's
Then
5
you
feet
can-
more than if they had a hammer.
Then you can move up. Then you can follow up moving half your speed. Wait. Does that mean I can Great Club, Brutal Strike, Forceful Blow Push?
Oh yes.
So that's what, 25 feet?
Yo.
Is that 25 feet with a swing?
I want to.
You know what?
Hold
Okay,
on.
Mike. Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, Mike. You know what?
Is
You
it
don't-
ridiculous yet, Aaron?
You know what, Mike?
I like to think you hit them, follow them that 15 feet, and then you hit them again for the extra 10.
I just want to hear it just go like.
It makes them super.
You know what? That just makes me think we were playing your game and we were fighting that wizard, and then Rothgar walked up and I used all the dice and I slapped him. I slapped him off the ravine.
Yes. Oh,
All right, you know what? You may have a point.
All right.
You know what? Are you okay, Nick?
yeah, man.
The
I'm
only thing I was thinking was like,
Oh.
Aaron, you can't counterspell his brutal strike. That's what I was thinking.
You know what? Listen, I am an adult who can admit that I may not have been seeing a full picture, and that's why we're different.
Well,
I'm an adult. When I was a child, I thought as a child. Now I'm a man, and I have put away childish things. That's scripture. But anyway, I understand now, Mike. I got you. Okay. Hamstring blow. Reduce your target speed by 15 feet until start of your next turn. I like that because that means the person who's trying to run away from the barbarian cannot run away from the barbarian. I like that. I like being able to make people... Okay. Relentless Rage. Oh, boy. Let's see. Now you're even more tanky. So after being knocked to 0 hit points... Oh, wait. We heard tanky build, so we made your tanky even more tanky.
It didn't need to be more.
Previously,
tanky.
when you succeed in a Constitution saving throw after getting knocked to 0 hit points, this ability would bring you back to 1 HP. Now, we're getting hit points equal to twice your barbarian level, seeing as you don't lose your rage until you get incapacitated. You only have twice as many hit points thanks to damage resistance. That's so bad.
crazy.
Hey, that's 11, not 10. There you go.
I mean, I understand why they did that, because there's nothing worse than getting knocked down to 0, going back to 1, and then going back to 0 again because it hasn't been your turn yet.
Improved brutal strike.
Oh, buddy.
Staggering blow. Force your target to have disadvantage on the next saving throw made against it, and it can't make opportunity attacks. That's actually good for setting up a wizard. It literally says that right there.
Yeah.
Sundering blow. You have a martial buddy inside you. This is going to team up. When you hit a creature in the ability, the next attack has another +5 to hit. 15 is persistent rage.
I bet it just
Updated version. Let's see. The rage lasts for 10 minutes, even without you expending it in any way. If that wasn't enough, you gain all uses when you roll initiative. Only triggers 50 minutes out of rage. Okay, so now you just rage longer. You rage more. Improved brutal strike. It makes the damage of the D10 go to 2d10. Now you can use the knockback with throne.
No.
You can hand axe them with forceful blow.
Oh,
No way.
That's at 17 though.
That's still pretty crazy.
That's at 17.
That's
I'm just trying to
rad.
picture, like, I don't know. It's ridiculous. It has potential to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Okay.
imagine
That's a little.
Standing
That's
at the edge
okay.
of the cliff, you sneak up on them.
Okay. That's a little wacky. That's a little wacky.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. So this time I'll go first. Barbarian. Wow. Barbarian's actually not a class I don't play a lot, but I kind of want to try some of this stuff.
Yes.
It's not my normal thing, but I kind of like the whole idea of this like Yggdrasil barbarian. Like if we were playing this edition with the other game, I feel like oh my god, Hrothgar would be a Yggdrasil barbarian.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Like the world tree, and then maybe then I could do a background to give myself some nature stuff.
And then you can yell and make yourself better at survival.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't stealth. Probably wouldn't stealth.
I know what this plan is, guys.
Plants!
Yeah.
Green things grow. No. Did you just litter? No. But I mean, it's pretty wild, bro.
I don't know. I need to actually see Divine Smite and compare it to Brutal Strike.
Because right now, Brutal Strike seems like the nuts.
Because it might, without actually looking at Divine Smite, Brutal Strike might actually be better.
Yeah,
Going back
I'm not sure. I'm not
I
sure.
can't say yet because I haven't.
But
actually
no,
seen
just
Divine
thinking about that push Great Club.
It's so good.
I mean, I think that's a really good trade. It's such a crazy trade-off. Like, I mean, Reckless Attack. So you use Reckless Attack, but you don't get the extra die. You just roll the 1 die, but you get such a cool ability. I think it's a cool way to use Reckless Attack. It gives you more options than just I Reckless Attack for advantage.
Yeah, I like the options given, and I'm surprised the fighter didn't get some more options of these type.
Yeah, maybe in the updated subclasses.
Going just like the tactical mind aspect that the fighter has, like.
Right now, I as a DM am gonna be like, oh my god, is there a fighter and a barbarian? These guys are gonna run away.
Well, it goes back to that. I mean, I didn't see obviously didn't read the Totem Barbarian. Like my biggest issue I had with barbarians, obviously the rage. They should have just made it last the entire encounter.
Yeah.
The Berserker was underperforming because of the bonus action on attack, but also the damage resistance. When you reduce damage by 50%, you're like increasing their hit points by a substantial sum.
Yeah.
And so, at the higher echelons, barbarians can be nigh unkillable with the damage.
Yeah, I almost like a part of me really wants to see what they've done with the monsters, because I know the monster manual has also been updated and changed. So it'd be nice to see how they've kind of tried to balance the scales on monster side, because they mentioned they've added more variants of monsters, more powers to monsters, more abilities to monsters, and I'm hoping that is You know, I'm hoping like they saw what they've added and been like, all right, these monsters need to be able to step it up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the monster manual we currently have, the monsters are definitely a little weak.
No, yeah, because like in 5th edition now, it's like, okay, the monster's this level, and they need to perform better, so we're just going to give them 400 more hit points and increase.
Yeah, but that's not making them better. That's just
increase
making
their and increase their attack by 5, so they're hitting at like a plus 18, and it's like, all right, you're not really helping the issue
yeah,
here.
and I'm hoping because they say they've added more abilities, so I'm hoping monsters become a little bit more unique, have some more special spice. I mean, it's the reason why like we started dipping into other monster manuals. Like I remember when Tome of Beasts first came out, I was like, oh my god, these monsters are so much more powerful.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were more powerful because their stats were higher. I just think they had better
They
abilities.
did. I mean, I've been using the Pathfinder monster manual when I run on Sundays because I feel like the creatures are just straight up better.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what they've done with the monster manual. Just a side note.
And with the Barbarian, I do like the changes because once again, it provides more tactical reasoning and thinking behind what your build is and how you act in combat. Whereas right now, Barbarians are just meat tough. I'm going to hit you as many times as I can before I die. Whereas now it feels like there's a little bit more, especially with the way the reckless attack works and the brutal strike.
I mean, I love the idea of class synergies. A reason why all the classes would work together in the party.
Yes.
Or be needed.
Synergy and
Like,
tactics.
I mean, we've only done those classes, but I already see like a bit of a like, man, I can now see, man, this fighter and this barbarian, they're gonna work together differently than now, where they're both just I hit you.
Hit.
Now it's gonna be like, all right, you have this move, I have this move. We're gonna hit him and do this, which does mean as a DM it does make it more challenging to threaten them, but at the same time, I'm hoping that it's gonna make combat more engaging.
Just think about it. The fighter knocks the person to the barbarian, who knocks them prone, so the rogue can come in. Speaking of which, so the rogue can come in and hit that blow.
Yeah. I'm
know,
hoping
like,
that it'll
That's the kind
provoke.
of stuff I want to see.
Yeah, I mean, granted, there's always going to be people who are going to look at it and just look for the quickest way to gain the most player power as possible, and that's all they're caring about.
Yeah.
I guess my concern here looking at it is combat's becoming formulaic. Like, even though we have options, there's only a few options. And so players might gravitate towards a combo, which seems to work for each individual combo.
But you know what, though? Like,
but that is dependent on the monsters. And some of that is the DM and the arena in which those monsters actually are.
And you know what? Like, I hate to say it, but I feel like that's just a shortcoming of a few tabletop games. Like, even now, when we play 5e, there's, like, if you're a certain class, there are optimal things to do. And you know, in every game, right? Like it becomes that. Like, and what you want is hopefully to be more diverse. So yeah, I think it's going to come down to what the encounters are going to be like.
Yeah,
you know, not just you meet each other on a flat plane.
Well, this
on a map.
Some of this comes down to like the issue of always just applying straight numbers instead of having a variety of powers that don't revolve around numbers themselves.
Yeah, like you know, because here's the thing, like. Putting a pit in a battlefield, knowing your players can do that, is you telling them, hey guys, that's there. You can use that. You know what I mean?
Well, as long as they didn't add create pit to the spell list. Okay, because I can technically see a wizard like create pit, barbarian knocks guy into pit. Like, you can see where this is going.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Not
But
that I've ever had this happen in a game before. I totally had it happen in a game.
I believe you totally had this happen in a game.
Crazy.
Okay. So we got a lot. We still got classes to go. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to rate the coffee we have now.
Okay.
And we're actually gonna keep recording, but we're gonna put a pause on this part of the video because this is a lot.
Yeah, I actually do need.
We need another cup.
Need another cup.
So we can finish out the rest of this. So we're gonna put a pin in it right now, and then we'll go. We're actually moving pretty smooth. So we're gonna go through the rest of the classes, hopefully. So, what coffee are we drinking?
Today we have the Donut Shop coffee, Twix flavored.
Twix donut coffee. All right, Nick, how you feel about it?
Let me get my last dregs here.
That was so audible. Jeez.
So, I'm gonna give it a.
I hate.
I'm gonna give it a 14. Because it's not quite as sweet as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
And,
actually, yeah.
And
yeah.
I don't really get the Twix out of it. But I mean, I know,
Okay.
oh yeah, I added creamer, all that, but still, I thought it'd be stronger in flavor.
I don't really taste the Twix, but you know what? It was really good warm, and I actually liked it. So I'm actually gonna give it a 16.
Okay.
Well, I feel really awkward that because I usually love like the donut blend, but I really just didn't like this. I can't taste the Twix. It has a strange, almost like after flavor. I don't know if this is
Yeah.
a hint of caramel at the very end. That I'm just like,
And it's not the best.
Just leaving something in the back.
yeah,
Of your,
it's like you know.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we're gonna have to like take some water and just. Like,
I'm gonna
for the
give
next
this a
cup.
10 out of 20.
Okay. We're halfway there.
Superman.
All right, so continue to like, follow, subscribe, and remember, guys, the quest never ends. Especially for us, because we're gonna keep recording after this. So the quest is actually gonna
It's
keep
just gonna
going.
continue.
It's gonna keep going right after we did it.
Never-ending
So,
story.
so we're actually just wired in Guild Gaming, and this is gonna be our second cup and our second go. And David just came right out of surgery, and he's here recording with us.
Like a champ.
So 100% thank you, buddy.
Yes.
And thanks for everyone who's been supporting the channel. I would love more comments below. I would love to get your guys' opinions. I know some people absolutely hate 5th edition, everything it's about. Some people absolutely love it and will only play it. But, you know, we can't do this if we don't have conversations about it. So, continue, guys. Like I said, the quest never ends.